So I'm building a oil drip, or waste oil drip, for a wood stove conversion. In the process, to test it, I inadvertently threw together a rocket oil drip stove. So I figured I would show you what I came up with. My first design was on this other side here. I just threw this together for display, and I had this tray here designed. I had the oil so it would drip into here on the back side, drip into the hole. Boop. To feed it, and then once it got going burning fast, I was hoping that it would just drip and hit the screen and explode into a vapor and burn that way. Didn't quite work, so I came up with another design over here. Let me also show you this here. Let me put more fuel in this. So I've also been curious on how far the flame is. So how far your flame would be inside. So if the flame is farther in, would you have more Vortec? Well, right here we can test it. And it does to a certain extent. It helps about 4 inches to have 4 inch or more before the flame. 4 to 6, I think it is. So yeah. So my next one for my shop is going to be deeper, so I can push my flame in farther to get more of the flow. So anyway, let's shut this one off and look at the new one we came up with here. Alright, this is a different design. I should shut that off first. Let's just shut this off. Anyway, so been watching these all these oil burners on TV, on YouTube. All the designs, they wanted to flood the reservoir and then light all that vapor. You got a 1/4 inch of fuel in there burning. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't get out of hand, that when I shut it off, then it would shut off rather than having to wait 20 minutes. And I didn't want it to glow red, like a lot of them are glowing red. I wanted to keep the heat down and be able to shut it off. So I came up with actually a guy from another YouTube influencer called Anton Palkin. If you want to learn about waste oil burning, look up his channel. And he's a Russian guy, and he's pretty darn smart about it all. Has a lot of fun with it. So yeah, this one here, I wanted to show you on the paper. So I want the oil drip to come down, hit the tray that's been heated by the flame right directly underneath it. And the vapor, as soon as it hits, I want it to vaporize and go out the little gap I got here, which is a 1/4 inch. Hits this little piece of pipe right here. And the air that's coming in mixes with the air. The vapors that come around there, mixes, hits here and burns. Hopefully it mixes like a carburetor would. I was hoping to get a good flame out of that, but it's not. And but it's burning. So, and these holes in the side here, I had those pushed in on both sides to get more draw, and that actually cut away from the draw. So I pulled them back out. And that's how I pulled it back out, by drilling a hole and pushing it. But it seems to run like that pretty good. I tried to block them, and it wanted to slow down the flame. So this is just a leak here, that's why that's smoking. But I'm eventually gonna, before I put it in the stove, I'm going to cut this off and seal all this so it's solid, and a drip cup elsewhere. This has been burning for 2 hours off a tank of fuel. And I'll show you what I got going on down here. So yeah, the vapor comes down, vaporizes, circles around, comes down through here, and burns on the other side there. That's green. So, and you can see I got it on a slow drip. It's been burning on that drip for 2 hours now. And here, let's turn it up and see what happens. So I wanted to see how low it would go and still run, and it was running on just a drip hitting that tray. Okay, so it fires up. Now let's shut it down. I think I might have flooded it there earlier, so it might take a minute to shut down. But I got a 2.5 foot pipe on it. Yeah, I think I flooded it earlier. I tried to pull it out. Needs a shut-off valve closer to it, but I won't be able to do that to make it quicker. But anyway, okay, so let's see here. right there. Put a couple. Let's watch for a couple of drops. Come on now. There it is. Okay, and fire. Just the vapors off of those couple of drops fired. Now let's try firing it up real slow. Alright, here we go, a couple. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drips. And we're burning again. Off of just a drip. So yeah, pretty simple. This is all going to go in a wood stove. I'll show you the door here. That's going to get welded, cut here, welded on there, and then screwed to the door. But I will eventually, tomorrow I'm going to change this out. Make it solid so it don't leak. Don't want any exhaust coming inside. But, let's see, turn that back off. Right now this lifts right on out of there. Yeah, see, dry. It was running on dry. Tray. That's kind of what I wanted. Anyway, let me show you what I got going on here. So the flame is underneath here, heating up the bottom of the tray. Oil drips on that, vaporizes, goes right through here and right down there, and through there, and burns in there. So it mixes here and burns out there. So yeah, seems to work pretty slick. Had it running for 2 hours on a drip. You saw the drip, and it's not perfect, but it's heat. So good luck with that, and a shout out to this guy's name again, Anton Palkin, for giving me ideas on how to do that. I got my ideas off of him. If you want to make a shut-off valve, look at his videos. He came up with a pretty good shut-off valve. Mine kept breaking, so good luck with your project. Bye.